YouTube continues to demonetize many videos. If you like this channel, please click on my Patreon page, link in the description. Hey gamers, this is John. So, as many of you know already, EA continues digging its own grave. It's pulling a Konami on gamers in many ways. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you recall the Silent Hills game being cancelled, then you know what I'm talking about, folks. Now, I know I'm kind of late for this, but Amy Hennig has left EA. We all know Amy Hennig for her work such as Uncharted, Legacy of Kain, Jak and Daxter 3, and also her writing in Battlefield Hardline. She has left EA as of January this year and was in the process of starting up her new independent studio, but had not yet the chance to announce the change or set the record straight. When EA shut down Visceral Games last October, her Star Wars game ended getting the axe, and that's not good. When I heard Hennig was making a linear Star Wars game, I was like, yeah, Amy Hennig is doing this, and this is something most of us have been waiting to see. The game, codenamed Ragtag, was said to be too linear by EA bosses, and development instead pivoted to EA Vancouver. Since then, while reports have emerged of its troubled development, we've heard nothing about the aftermath, what happened to Hennig, or what the future might still hold for the game under its new guise. When she was asked about still being the creative director for the Star Wars video game, Amy Hennig said the following: "I'm not. I have not worked at EA since January, technically, legally. Yes, this is the problem. It was hard enough for them, but people were immediately asking them, is Amy working with you? And the answer was, well, we're in negotiations, like, It was sort of the soft pedal answer. I haven't been in, but look, I get along with all those people. I consider even the guys on the exec team friends. But it made it awkward because it was like, I never got the chance to announce that I'm not at EA, so I need to just pull off that band-aid at some point, but also had nothing to announce. It makes it sound like I just went home, but I'm doing all this stuff, working on all kinds of things. I'm working independently, and I'm staying independent. I just started my own small little independent studio, and I'm consulting with some people. I'm hoping to bring some people on board. I would love to have a little company, about 6 to 8 people, 15 at the most, and do some more projects, do some VR stuff. I'm consulting with some VR companies and doing a ton of research because I haven't played a lot to immerse myself in it. So yeah, I'm not doing anything Star Wars, and who knows what the future may hold, but that project is on the shelf now. The Vancouver studio is working on something pretty different. It's really not. You know, once you go more open world, it's such a different game to the one we were making. Everybody loved what we were doing, and I'd love to see us resurrect that somehow, but it's complicated. There was a time when EA did care about the fans with making such awesome games. I remember how my friends recommended Battlefield 3 to me. I have the game and the 4th one. I've played a bit of the first one, and the new one coming out seems quite promising. EA Sports games were fun and entertaining, and loved playing them with my cousins at times. Now, why gamers are so angry at EA? Money and greed. EA doesn't care about making good games, they only care about money, and honestly, I am so angry after what they did to CNC, which is one of the games franchises I miss, but the way EA brought it back after they killed it along with its studios was nothing but an insult to me and the CNC community. Also, I feel sorry for Amy Hennig and Visceral and the rest of game studios who worked because they didn't deserve their projects to be canceled and studios shut down. Honestly, EA. And you know what? Some people would say that we will never get a Star Wars movie or a game as long as Disney and EA have their claws on it, and they took a beloved space opera and turned it into nothing but a shadow of its former self. And some people will blame George Lucas for selling it to Disney, and we will never get a compelling Star Wars story. Now, A lot of people might say that it's Disney's fault that Star Wars is messed up right now. Well, let me tell you something. The Force Awakens, I thought it was pretty good. Rogue One, I loved it. The Last Jedi, I didn't like it so much. As for Solo, I still haven't seen it yet, but I'll try it when given the due time. So remember, comment, share, subscribe, and go for it. This is John, host of Video Games in the World. Have a good one. Bye-bye.